Oh, in your notes here, you said you were a feminist.
Oh, I did?
In your apolitical feminist.
Cool, I guess I'm that.
Are you? That's just the question.
I mean, like I said, like, I don't know if it falls in line with feminist belief or with traditionalist belief, but I think that, like I've been saying this whole time, everyone should work towards their goal equally, and a relationship should be a partnership where both parties are equal and they both do help each other grow. Okay. Right?
Sure.
So,
yeah.
This is what I think.
Okay.
I'm not like a hardcore Nazi kind of feminist, but yeah, I would say I'm a feminist.
Okay.
No, not from what it has become.
Yeah, me too.
Same.
You okay?
Obviously.
Yeah, I think I need some water.
Sorry, your question for her was?
What specific actions do you feel as though feminists are doing that ruin like modern dating or contribute to the dating apps? Because it seemed like you were connecting feminists to dating apps.
Well, I think dating apps, it's a contributing factor when I'm saying feminists in general. It's just that culture. So it's the, toxic masculinity. Women are very, I feel like they're trying to break men down. They want equality for everyone so long, I feel like, as they're on top of the pyramid. Like I said before, they're confusing men. So men are supposed to be the ones who go out and they approach you and they set up the date, and the pressure's on for the men. And I feel like now women are kind of dominating that, and men don't really know what to do because women are just like the whole boss bitch culture, and I'm independent and I don't need you and I can do whatever I want. It's just, I think it's confusing the entire culture. We need the gender roles back, basically, is what I'm saying.
I think we do too, but I feel as though both men and women play a role in that in their own way.
Yeah. I think the gender roles were just kind of crap, only because, like, let's say, like, you were a good wife, right? Let's say you did everything was perfect, you have like 3 kids, right? He leaves, you don't have a job, you have nothing. How are you going to support yourself and your kids? Are you going to leech off him and then just get child support?
Yes.
Or get like you're going to live off child support?
Yes, that's what women do through the brutal alimony
just
system.
Gonna feed off of this man who decided to leave?
Making OnlyFans.
Yes, that's exactly
how's that
what
brutal
women do.
when you are maintaining your own son, your own blood?
Yeah, versus nowadays we can have our own job, grow with our partner, and then even if our partner does decide to leave, we can still raise the kids ourselves. Right?
I'm pretty sure it's mainly women who initiate majority of the divorces.
Yeah, women typically are women typically end relationships, and they typically are the ones initiating divorce. It's like 80% of divorces are initiated by women. So it's funny to me because women constantly drone on and on. Men aren't willing to commit. Men are commitment phobic.
Well, as I'm saying,
but when
it's
you
both
do get
parties,
relationships,
too.
when women do get relationships, when they do get commitment, when they do get the ring, when they do get a marriage, they overwhelmingly end them. It's not clear to me if women actually want commitment, because till death do us part has to mean something, and frankly, it doesn't.
Well, even though it can sometimes be women, it's not always women, right?
The
majority of the time, but it's not always. Is it 100%
It doesn't have,
of the time?
It don't have to be. The majority sets the precedent for his point.
Okay, but my point also is too. So then if a woman leaves, right, and that's her choice, that man can still support himself. That man can still continue to live. Correct? But my point is, if we had societal roles back and the man decided to leave, then that would put a lot of women in jeopardy of not being able to get a job, not being able to support their family, because even child support isn't enough 100% of the time. And we all know this, especially depending on what state you're in.
But that's because we're looking at marriage different now. Now we're looking at marriage as an inevitable divorce. That's what we're looking at it. So when gender roles back in the day, divorce was not common at all. So there was never the threat or danger of that happening.
Because they knew that if they left,
they'd be fucked.
Yeah, they'd be fucked. They'd have to pay to support a woman and her child.
No, what incentive does a man have to leave a woman that he gets down on one knee and asks to be his wife and spend the rest of his life with?
There's a lot.
That's
it depends on that man.
Question.
No.
I've seen it happen multiple times.
No. In your opinion, what would provoke a man to leave a woman that he proposed to and wanted to be his wife?
In my opinion, there's a lot of things. There could be something new. Maybe they went to go use drugs. Maybe they found another partner. Maybe they got cold feet and changed their mind. Maybe they all of a sudden decided, hey, you know what? This was too fast for me. I don't want to be a dad. It happens all the time.
Or a
Men
husband.
typically don't leave relationships. They just don't. They typically don't.
So do you have like the
True.
actual like statistic on like the percentage ratio of men to women that leave? Like the actual statistic percentage from 2023?
If 70 to 80% of women initiate divorce, that means what?
That still means that 30% of men, that's still 30% of men. When you think of how many people are on the planet, it doesn't matter what percentages. Those little percentages that you can think of are still billions of people compared to everyone in the world. Like if you're looking at the, is it a global statistic or is it a statistic from the US?
No, that's the stat from the U.S. But you assuming it's just men. Actually, the other percentage would be mutual.
The 80% is mutual?
No.
80% is
The 80% is women. The rest is mutual.
20%.
They agree. Both the man and the woman agree to leave the relationship or end the marriage.
So you're saying that 0% of the time a man will decide to leave, because that's what you just said.
Not 0%, but an overwhelming majority of the time it's the woman leaving. So your point doesn't hold much weight.
You're saying majority of the time, but my point is that it still happens.
Of course,
Right?
it happens every now and then. It's rare though.
And is it not harder?
But how does that support your point?
That supports my point, because if we go back to being traditionalists, like how are we going to support ourselves?
Like I said, because you're thinking about it on the wrong wavelength. Completely.
I do
So
have
you'd rather just like listen to the whim and do whatever someone tells you to do, like your
Well,
property?
You said before it's a partnership. A marriage is a partnership.
Yeah, but how are you working as a partnership when you're not both working? So it's going to take longer for you to save up because you
Because
have
you're
one
working at
person
home.
financially bringing in money, and majority of that money is going to the child, it's going to the mortgage, it's going to the car, it's going to you. Where's the savings? Where's the investments? You see what I'm saying? It's better if both.
No, I don't think we're
Wait,
saying
wait, I'm
like
sorry. I do have